Hey everyone, so it is Friday morning now. I've been up for a little bit. I just got out of the shower actually. So yesterday I ended up having a nerve block kind of surgery done. When I dislocated my rib last spring, I also kind of damaged the nerve, so I'm kind of a little sore right now. So I'm just taking it easy today, but I'm really excited for this weekend actually. The weather is supposed to be pretty, warm out, uncharacteristically warm, so I feel like it will be a good, foray into the spring weather, which will be nice to have it like sunny out and all that, so that is good. But like I said, I'm taking it easy today because I did have that nerve block in my like rib here, so I'm kind of very sore in that area. So there's a few things I need to do today. I need to do some grading, I need to update a presentation and then send it in for a submission to present at a conference, and then I have to work on some coding for my project that I'm doing. So that will be kind of my plan for today, and my sister's going to be home around 2, so she's going to be home early too, so it'll be nice. I think I'll come up and hang with her, but like I said, I think I have to take it easy today because I'm really hurting right now. So yeah, I think I have really good reading plans for this weekend as well. I hopefully will be able to at least get to 3 books this weekend. That is my plan, but we will see how it goes. But I'll quickly share with you the books that I plan on reading this weekend. Alrighty, so I'm about 2/3 of the way through The Lions of Fifth Avenue, which is the Tales and Teacups book club picks for March and April, and I really like the beginning of this, but it is slowly starting to lose steam, so I think I'm hoping it will pick up at the end. Like, I'm still intrigued by the mystery aspect and why these books keep disappearing like 80 years apart from the New York Public Library, but other than that, like, I'm not really connected to these characters as much as I'd like to, so maybe I'll see if I can finish this today. That would be good. And then me and my friend are reading this for our book club pick, which is like a early 2010s kind of YA historical fiction fantasy type thing, but it's about this girl who goes to a boarding school in London, and then there is these string of murders taking place that are eerily similar to Jack the Ripper, and it involves ghosts and all that. And it's not the best YA, but it is very fun to read, so it's not like, the most profound book, but it is, fun to read, so it's like a solid 3 stars. Like, there's a lot of like typical YA tropes that I think have not aged well, so there's like girls hating on girls for no apparent reason and looking too much into someone's appearance, but it's just like a fun read. So me and my friend are actually meeting today to discuss this, and so my goal is to finish this as well. It's also a quick read as well, so if I could finish that, then I will start A Trick of the Light by Louise Penny, which I haven't read an Inspector Gamache series book in a while, so I want to kind of get back to it and get like a book a month. I think would be good in order to get caught up with the series, but these are always fun as well. So these are my reading plans for the weekend. Good morning, everyone. So it is a little bit, it's closer to 10 o'clock now, actually. I ended up sleeping in a lot as well. Like, my back is still quite sore, so I'm just, again, taking it very easy as well. It's mostly sore from the injection sites where they like put the needles into your nerves. So I'm again taking it easy today and all of that stuff. But yesterday was just really nice. I worked on some of my coding, I worked on my PowerPoint presentation. Like, I got actually a good chunk of stuff done before I kind of called it quits around 2:30 or so, and then I just hung out with my sister. We did a little reading, and then we had a nice family dinners, and it was one of those family dinners where we just like sat around for like 2.5 hours just talking, which was really nice. And then I ended up going to bed around 9, and I fell asleep around 9:30, so I slept pretty good actually, I think, because my body's still kind of in the recovery phase, so I'm pretty exhausted these days. But despite going to bed early, I did manage to finish The Lions of Fifth Avenue, which was the Tales and Teacups book club pick, but you guys can still read it. I think we have until the last week of April if you want to kind of participate in the discussion on Goodreads. Sorry, I'm getting an email, but essentially this one I was a little bit disappointed in. I think it started off really strong, and I really loved the setting. So it follows one girl named Laura who is a wife in the early 1910s, and she wants to go into journalism, and her family live in an apartment above the New York Public Library because her husband is the superintendent there. And while she's going to school and all that, she kind of stumbles upon the feminist movement in that was starting to kind of build up during this time. And then while this is all going on, these books are being stolen from the library. And so we flash forward 80 years after this and we follow Sadie, who is Laura's granddaughter, and she is working at the public library. And then these books kind of are disappearing again as well, are being stolen. So I loved kind of the mystery aspect of trying to figure out where these books kind of were, why they were being stolen. But I feel like it just fell flat. Like, I wasn't as attached to these characters as I thought I would. Like, I usually, especially with something with a historical fiction kind of twist to it, I find myself really engrossed in these characters and what they're doing, but I just wasn't that attached to them. I felt like they were very naive, and their kind of oblivious like kind of attitude around everything kind of added to the conflict in the story. And although this has a really good LGBTQ kind of representation, and especially kind of addressing it at such in a time period where it was very much kind of taboo to kind of do that, I think it did that really well. But I don't really like the cheating storyline to it, and yeah, I don't know. I was just a little disappointed. I did like kind of the mystery aspect between like the centuries, and there was like weird generational gaps between like the first generation and then like the third generation with like Sadie compared to her grandmother, and it was just, the gaps were just a little bit strange even between the siblings and like what age, because Sadie's in her mid 40s, her brother is 10 years older, and so he's close to 60 years old, and he has like a 5 or 6-year-old. So like the ages between them are like, she was like the gaps between the generations were a little bit weird, and some of the things that these characters did I just felt were like they were kind of out of character, I think. And so like you got these really big like character changes that I didn't think really reflected the characters. Like, these character changes just came out of nowhere. So I would give this one a 3 out of 5 stars. I was really disappointed with this. I know a lot of you really enjoyed this, and then some of you were kind of in the middle of the road with me, so I don't know. But I don't know, I think this book had potential. And then one of the this is just a nitpicky thing, but like one of the things is like in the dialogue she'll have the characters like say something and then say "you see," and it will be used like several times within one page, and I just found that really annoying. That's just a little side thing, but yeah, I don't know, I was a little bit torn with this one. But next up I will read, oh, this hurts my back. I'm gonna try to finish The Name of the Star today, which is, I think is it could be easily done. I don't have any plans today. The sun is shining, and tomorrow is gonna be like in the mid-60s, which is exciting. But yeah, my plans for the day are to do some reading and just relax and all that fun stuff. So yeah, I saw the mail truck just drive by, so I'll have to go get the mail with Tucker, but I will see you guys in a little bit. Alrighty everyone, so it is Sunday morning now. I have been up for a little bit. It's almost 10 o'clock now, but yesterday I was able to finish The Name of the Star by Maureen Johnson. It's kind of like a paranormal murder mystery type thing. Well, this girl goes to this boarding school in London, and there are these strings of murders taking place that are eerily similar to Jack the Ripper, and she finds out that she can see ghosts, and it kind of goes off from there. Like, it's not an amazing book. There's a lot of things that I had issues with, was just girls hating on girls for no apparent reason, being too kind of caught up in kind of how people look, like that part of things. So I think this came out in early 2010s, like I want to say like 2011, and it kind of shows, but it was still like a fun read. I'd give this like a 3 out of 5 stars. Like, it's fun. I don't take it too seriously. I just kind of read it, and it was just kind of a fun ride. Nothing that I would like pick up myself, but I had fun like reading it. So yeah, this is what me and my friend were reading for the book club pick. She read this series, trilogy I guess, a couple of years ago, like maybe even like 10 years ago, so she picked this one for our book club. But it was like a fun read, like nothing too like special or anything, but it was just fun, and especially being in the book club format, I get to talk to her about it, so that is good. But I need to return this to the library today, so that's what my one and only task is for the kind of day. But yesterday, like I said, I finished this, and then we just caught up on This Is Us, had a nice dinner and all that stuff, and I was in bed and asleep by like 10 o'clock. So I think I'm still in the recovery phase from my surgery the other day, so I'm taking it easy. I'm still quite sore, like in my rib area where the needles were, so I'm hoping today will be the last kind of day of discomfort. But let me grab my book here. So I'm just gonna take it easy today. I might watch some, I haven't watched any, I haven't caught up on The Good Doctor or the CNN like Finding Italy with Stanley Tucci. That one's really fun. So I think I have a few episodes I can watch there, and then also The Falcon and Winter Soldier came out on Friday, so I think I might do some watching there, because I haven't like sat down to watch like a TV show that is like one I watch. But in the meantime, because it's gonna be like 18 degrees out, it's gonna be nice and sunny, so that always puts me in a good reading mood. So I think I'm gonna pick up A Trick of the Light by Louise Penny, which is the next book in the Inspector Gamache series. I was gonna it was between this and Heartbreak Bay, but I haven't read a Louise Penny book in a while, so I think I was gonna read this first because I still have time. So it's the 21st, so I can probably finish this maybe around Thursday, and then I can finish Heartbreak Bay by the end of the month. So I think it is doable, but yeah, I really love this world. And I feel like the last one was like in the dead of winter, so I think this one will take place in like the springtime. So since yesterday was the first day of spring, I feel like that's very fitting, but I can always read through these relatively quickly as well. I just love this series, and it's literally like 350 pages, so it shouldn't be too difficult to read. But yeah, in the meantime, I need to get dressed, and then in a little bit I will drop off this book to the library. Alrighty guys, so it is the customary end of the vlog wrap up on Monday. I apologize for my chin, I scratched myself in my sleep. So, but it is a little bit after 9 o'clock. I have to start office hours in a little bit, but I thought I'd do a quick wrap up here for you. But I ended up finishing 2 books and I got like 144 pages into another one. So it was a very successful reading weekend. So I ended up finishing the Tales and Teacups book club pick for March and April, which was The Lions of Fifth Avenue, which I gave a 3 out of 5 stars. I really loved the library setting, and I just didn't really like the characters. I was more intrigued with the mystery aspect of the story than anything else, so that one was a little bit disappointing. So I have to kind of write my review for the discussion post on that on Goodreads for all of that stuff. And then I finished The Name of the Star by Maureen Johnson, which is what me and my friend are reading for our book club. It was like a fun book, like it wasn't anything that blew me away. There was a lot of like YA tropes that just kind of annoy me, like unnecessary girl on girl hate, absent parents, those kind of tropes that I think have not aged well, or they're just overused. But it's just a fun book, and especially because it's in a book club setting, I'm able to talk to my friend about it online, so that's fun as well. And then, like I said, I got 144 pages into A Truthful Light. Of course, Louise Penny always does an amazing job with her books, so I like flew through this yesterday. I was able to finally read outside for the first time all year, so that is really good. But yeah, it was just nice being able to be outside and read again and just lose myself in this book. And this one takes place in like the summertime, so I felt it was like kind of good to get me kind of in the warmer weather spirit. But Louise Penny always does an amazing job, so I'll probably finish this one relatively quickly actually, because I think it has like 351 pages, so I can probably finish this within the next few days as well, which is really good. But like I said, I need to go get ready to do my office hours now. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.